All right, so let's dive into the update of the L.S.M layer mask add-on. All right, let's just name this ball. Let's get rid of the principal. Let's add L.S.M. So now the L.S.M comes with the counter node, and you have these blend modes where you can change your blend factor, whether it be mix, darken, divide, whatever, you can change it. All right, let's add a couple of layers. Let's bring in a red light. And let's use it as a mask for now. Let's go over here to the L.S.M panel, and we'll append these lights. We have this red light. Let's just rotate it on the X a little bit, and then rotate it on the Z. All right, now let's bring up the opacity, bring up the range. Let's change this color to, what do we want to do, red? Yeah, let's do a red. Yeah, since it's red, let's do a red. So this color really doesn't matter because I'm not using the color input. So just to show you, I can come in, use the color input, and it'll be the same thing. Just depends on how you want to use it. Normally I'll use it like this if I'm bringing in a image texture. Like if I already have an image, a texture for this sphere, I'll just bring it in here and drive it through the L.S.M. So for now, I'll just use it as a mask. All right, let's adjust the shadow depth. Let's go about 0.6. Some softness. I don't want softness. We're just gonna leave it like that. All right. Now let's add a plane. Let's scale that up by 5. Okay. There's G. Let's bring this up some. All right. Now, see, we have 2 shadows. I'll just go to the blue and turn off shadows. All right. For here, let's go this. Let's add a L.S.M for the plane. And we'll just call this ground material, or just ground. Let's connect that. Let's use another red light. We'll drive it. Like, do we want it red? Maybe we'll want it red. Let's see. Yeah, let's just keep it red. Let's bring the shadow depth down a bit. No. Let's match what we already have. It's like 0.6 or something like that. Let's just match what we have. All right. Now let's add a blue light, a green light. Matter of fact, let's add a blue light. Yeah, I want to go blue light for now. All right, let's pump that in. Let's bring up the opacity. Let's bring up the range. Bring up the softness. Shadow depth. Let's just bring the shadow depth all the way. Yeah, let's do the shadow depth all the way. Let's just copy this color over to a blue. All right, let's just adjust that a little bit. Now, if I wanted to go hard shadows, I could, but I want to go soft shadow. And let's just say rotate Y 180 degrees. Let's just bring it from the bottom a bit. You know what? I want to change this to white. I like that. Yeah, I like that. All right. Let's just hide these mix blend modes real quick. All right, let's add a few more layers. Let's shrink these. I won't touch them again for a while. All right, let's bring in a green light node. All right. let's make it green because I like it. In fact, let's just saturation out of that. All right, let's make this green. Opacity, range. Do I want softness? Yeah, let's do softness. Yeah, let's do softness. All right, let's bring this green light a little closer. All right, let's just say something like this. Right now, this green light is an area light. Oops. And if I wanted to change it to a spotlight, I can. A sunlight, I can change it to a point light. I think I'm just gonna leave it as an area light for now. Okay, G. Let's go Y. Let's rotate Z a little bit. Sort of same direction as the other one. Let's bring the range. I can make it soft shadow if I want. No, let's leave it. I mean hard shadows. Let's leave it soft shadows. And I want a texture in this light. Let's go Shift A. Let's go Roy. I can never say that. Let's throw it in the opacity. Let's scale it up a little bit more detail. Bring that roughness down. All right, so let's go a little bit more. Scale it up. All right, so you can see now I have this in my light, and I want to change it, make it a little bit more visible. Let's go with the red. Yeah, so now I have this in my light. Let's say I wanted this this light, main light green, to shine on my plane. I can just come copy this Roy texture, bring that in here. Let's bring a green light. Let's do the same settings here. Let's add a layer. Let's go, we'll turn it red. Then we'll pump this into the opacity, and voila. Voila. There we go. Easy, 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 easy. All right. And if I wanted to sort of match the size a bit, I can, yeah, there we go. Match the size. All right. Now, let's just hide that. Let's go with the specular light. Now, specular is definitely one of my favorites. You can make so many different, you can make so many different effects with the specular. Like, you can soften it up. You can even have the Roy texture or image texture, whatever you want, to mask where it shows up at. So I can have it like that. And if you look, you can see the specular sits directly on top because it's on a higher layer than the green light main light green node. So I can come in, swap that around, and you'll see that specular sit underneath the main light green. So everything is a layer, and if you work in Photoshop or Substance Paint or anything like that deals with layers, Krita, GIMP, you'll understand this system and the type of effects you can make. All right, so with this specular node, let's say I wanted it to show up over here. I can adjust this X and Y values to get it where I want. All right. So one thing I like to do, I like to add a second specular node, and I'll bring this in, bring that up, adjust it, and I like to make this second specular, I like to make it a soft white. Let's just bring that up, and we'll throw it right behind it. Let's bring that range down just a bit, and you won't be able to see it. Let me just change the color of change this color to a red so you can see the glow, and you can have like a little glow effect. And let's say once again I wanted to mask the opacity of that second specular, and now I have the texture showing up in the glow. And you can already see the type of things you can do, how creative you can get. If I pumped in an image texture and, you know, and use the black and white or alpha channel as my mask, I can have all types of effects show up in that glow area. So let's add 2 more layers. Let's hide these 2 speculars. All right, let's add in outline node, and let's add the rim light node. All right, so let's go outline real quick. And you can just add a very thick outline. You can thin that up, adjust the softness, and you can have this type of outline. Now the outline is real simple, basic. You know, of course I can come in and, you know, change the color of that outline. And it's just, you know, your opacity to it, softness, you know, invert, however you want to do it. Let's hide that. Now let's go with the rim light. Let's make the rim light, let's make it a purple. No, it's purple enough. Let's make it a blue, dark blue. All right, so rim light, I can come here, adjust the softness, which I should really swap these 2. Yeah, I should swap these 2. Let's bring the blue in. Let's just bring that down to black. And 4.2 is real slow on the compiling of shaders, man. It's a lot slower than 3.6. Hopefully they fix it. All right, so we have this rim light, and I'll just soften it up some. And just like the rest of the nodes, I can use the opacity as a mask. And have that texture show up in the rim light. All right, now we have this node with transparency right here, and you have your node alpha and your node opacity. So you can come in here. Let's say I grab this outline node, bring it into the opacity, to the alpha. Boom, I have transparency. Now in the settings, I'll just come to blended and turn off, you'll see what I mean. Like the shadows, the transparency gets a little weird. I'll turn off overlapping, transparency overlap. And then I'll bring this here, dial in that range, dial in that softness. All right. And just like that, I have see-through transparency marble. All right. Let's say if I wanted to, let me show you. If I put in overlap and shadows, you can see the back faces. I guess it's like 4.2's version of back face, which I think it was perfect the way it was, but you know, they're going for more realistic. So you can click this transparent shadows if you don't want that sort of grainy look, which it's almost impossible to get rid of this grainy look just by the nature of how Eevee works now, more of a ray trace sort of deal. So you know, you have to sort of work around it for now. Hopefully they give us NPR artists some updates to where we can get more hard shadows and controllable shadows. All right, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the L.S.M and all the nodes that you get. You have your blend modes here, which let me bring this back. So you have all your blend modes. You can come in, you can do a darken, you can do divide, any of that good stuff. Any kind of blend mode you want per layer. See how it darkens everything. So go back to mix. You also have, you know, you have your red light, your main light red, your main light blue, you have your main light green, you have your specular, you have your rim light and outline, and everything can be used as a mask. And that's about it. So if you previously owned the first version of the L.S.M, where it's just the L.S.M and the counter node, in this new update you'll get all of these nodes for free if you previously owned the L.S.M. All right.